There are many ways to fight cellulite. These include masks, wraps, and diets. But none of these work very well because they only affect the most superficial layer. And now I'm going to show you the most effective way to fight cellulite, which has probably been used for 1,000,000 years. But first, let's figure out what cellulite actually is. Cellulite is the inflammation and deformation of the subcutaneous fat tissue. Here you can see a lot of fat deposits. There are many vessels here. When circulation is disrupted, chronic stagnation occurs and the tissues start to change. They become more lifeless and fibrous. They feel like a hard orange peel, and you need to work on it mechanically. Otherwise, you won't be able to affect the deeper layers, where the actual cause of cellulite appeared. So now I'll show you how it's done. And honestly, nothing beats manual massage when it comes to fighting cellulite. What absolutely needs to be done here? First, you need to stimulate and promote lymphatic drainage, because wherever there is cellulite, there is fluid stagnation. At the same time, you need to combine this with warming up the area so that the skin becomes hotter, and then actively knead those zones that are the most rigid and tense. I still recommend avoiding pain and bruising, because that will actually make things worse. So what do you do? The first step will be to perform lymphatic drainage with your own hands. Lymph flows from the bottom up, with fluid moving from the foot toward the torso. With these kinds of stroking motions, either more intense or slower, you start to stimulate lymphatic drainage. At the same time, you can combine this with warming up the area. Start warming up this zone. You need to do rubbing techniques to improve blood circulation. Rub this area and then start squeezing it afterwards. So you're combining lymphatic drainage with rubbing, and then you focus locally on the most problematic area. That means you look for any small areas of cellulite or any hardening, and then you start kneading them with your fingers. Take this area and start making movements towards each other like this, breaking up all these hardened spots. Also, of course, if the area is really bumpy, you can use your knuckles. But just be careful so it doesn't hurt. So it's important in this area. The amount of time you spend here really matters. You can do this for 10, 15, or even 20 minutes. Basically, that's how you work on one leg, and then you move on to the other. This is a technique you can use on any part of the body. Now you've seen how to do an anti-cellulite massage. But honestly, that's not enough. This helps when there's already a problem, and it gives a quick effect. But to prevent cellulite altogether, you need to focus on prevention. And the best prevention is to keep your body in good health. What do I mean by that? Your organs need to function properly. We have the body's diaphragm, the thoraco-abdominal diaphragm, and the pelvic diaphragm. This is a whole complex of muscles and tissues through which blood vessels pass. If there is tension or problems there, it leads to the fact that all the fluid from the lower limbs can't rise up properly, because all the fluid is supposed to move toward the heart. It starts to stagnate, which causes heaviness in the legs, and as a result, fluid accumulates in the intercellular space, which also triggers the formation of cellulite. Because, as I said, one of the reasons cellulite appears is chronic stagnation. You need to work with the body. If you go to a good massage therapist, you'll see results in 5 to 10 sessions. But if you just get a classic massage, you might not see any results even after 20 sessions, because there's a specific approach needed here. Here, it's not enough to just stroke the skin. You need to specifically target the subcutaneous fat tissue where the problem is, and work on it locally, thoroughly, and for a long time. It's also good to combine this with body wraps, as they enhance the effect as well. And now I'll show you what you can do on your own. In fact, you can fight cellulite with your own hands too. It might not be as effective, of course, as what a professional massage therapist can do, but still, if you focus your attention on this, it will also give results. You can use your palms to thoroughly warm up the areas where there are fat deposits or cellulite. Apply some oil, and you can even start rubbing the area with your knuckles where you see the orange peel effect. Rub this area until it turns red. In fact, this is a good preventive measure. Tapping the body is also very effective. Simply tapping your body stimulates blood circulation as well. So, tapping your whole body and also shaking or vibrating really helps too, just standing and vibrating. All of this improves lymph flow. I'll be sharing even more techniques on my channel, so make sure to like and subscribe. This was Dr. Alesh with you. See you next time.